Good morning, fellow option traders. Today is Wednesday, November 7th, 2012, and finally I don't have to watch campaign commercials on TV anymore. It's settled, and we're going to move on. Let's first take a look at what we currently have open. We have this Amazon trade that is not doing very well at this time. Big gap up yesterday. Still in a downtrend, although it's pretty flat. It's not a real hard downtrend, but still in a downtrend. And the 15 EMA on the weekly is still in a downtrend also. So we're not going to panic yet. We're not going to chalk this one up as a loser yet. Chipotle, that one, it did fill the gap, and we are in trouble on that one, and we may take a total loss on that. And then from the list yesterday, I did get in on Google, and let's take a look. The trigger for getting in on a trade when you get the signal is when price moves below the close of the previous bar, which it did. And this is about the time of the day that I got in at 680.20. So it may have been on this bar because I think it was a little bit later in the morning. Another thing that you can look at, it's similar tracings on the stochastic and the MACD for the daily 1 hour chart, is you can look for like key entry points based on that, as long as you're getting a similar indication to what you're getting on the daily chart. And on the weekly chart, this would have been a sweet spot to get in for a longer term type of trade. Let me get rid of this little circle there. Okay. Now, quick look at the market. I'm not going to look at any charts here, but one thing that I have been impressed with lately is the move back up in gold. And for some reason, I think after the re-election of Obama that they're saying that gold is going to continue its climb. I don't know exactly what that means. Weaker dollar, stronger dollar, weaker economy, more printing of, probably more printing of money here in the States, adding more to the money supply and diluting the dollars that I have now. It's like, I don't know. Anyway, all we can do is keep on trading and stay focused on this. Let's take a look at A+ list for today, and we'll start out with Apple alphabetically. Apple is still heading down. They're going to be paying that dividend. And that dividend is, they're paying a dividend today of $2.65. So theoretically, the stock's going to drop $2.65 because of that, but, and maybe that might be part of why it dropped yesterday, but $2.65 on Apple is like a sneeze, if you know what I mean. Amazon, we're in that one. We took a look at it before. Let's take a look again. This looks pretty flat up here, doesn't it? So we'll see what happens there. Baidu. All right, so what we would be looking for here is a climb up above, at least above the 55 with %K. D is the slower indicator down here, and more accurate, but when you have a heavy downtrend like this, a D above 55 is enough of a pullback to signal to get in, and in this case short. Fertilizer, oh yeah, I could see why that would pull back, because there's not so much fertilizer on TV anymore. Speaking of, I saw a farmer slinging some manure yesterday in his fields. But I digress. Do we see anything here? This is pretty flat. I'm not seeing anything here. We'll just move on. Chipotle, we already looked at that. Salesforce.com. Trigger didn't work yesterday. We never went below the close of this candle. So we're going to wait to see if this is going to maybe percent D will move above. And maybe we'll get a little bit more momentum to the upside. This also trend, we have green here. So for a trend, we may be moving back into an uptrend. GLD, I mentioned that before. Gappy, don't really play it that much. Google got into it yesterday. MasterCard. What do we have here? We have an uptrend. We have K coming below 45. May provide us a secondary type of entry. We'll have to watch to see what it does today. It finished pretty strong yesterday up here with the last trade during the day, or after hours, I guess you might say. So we may gap up this morning. We don't know. Pretty strong uptrend, secondary entry here with K coming below 45. We'll see what happens today. We'll kind of keep an eye on it. That's a maybe. It's not a maybe for today, but it's a maybe. Price line. Yeah, we're waiting to see what's going to happen here. It looks like it's not looking to fill this gap anytime soon. Price line does not always fill gaps, believe it or not. I just can't figure out why that stock is worth so much. Panera Bread still wiggling around, a little choppy. Never got down. Looks like it's not going to come down here to our price point here. This though this might be like a secondary entry. We'll have to see what it does today. After hours, there's only like one trade, and that was right at the close. This is a hourly chart, so this would be 1600 to, or 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And there were some trades in there. It wasn't just one, because you can see that there's a range in these bars, so there was more than one trade here. Volume-wise, yeah, we have some volume there. So about the same after hours from the day before. I don't know. I just, I don't know. Well, this price compression here bothers me a little bit more than anything. Maybe if we get a move above here, above this 170. And one of the things that you can do is we can put an alert, and I think I'll do that. And go over here, alerts, create an alert. And we want, what do we want? Oh, an alert above 170, so I'm just going to go ahead here and create an alert. And I'll just say I want last at or above. Let's make it 171. And just hit create. And now we have alert at or above 171. And the rest of these don't really look at. Favorite one here though kind of is silver. I like to pay attention to silver because I have a bunch of pre-1965 coins that are 90% silver. I have a bunch of those, so I'm always kind of interested in what silver is doing. And it made a big move yesterday. That's good. I'm trying to fill this gap here. We'll see if it does. All right, so 10 minutes. We're done. I guess that's it for today. Thanks for watching and happy trading.